boat life. It's really the only way. Floating homes offer incredible views at a fraction of the price of normal waterfront properties. They can even be cheaper than land-rooted homes in super expensive cities. Living on the water isn't a new trend, but it's still considered an alternative lifestyle that comes with its own pros and cons. There are extra costs bubbling up just below the surface, like dock rentals and regular maintenance. Let's dive in and take a look. I'm Gabe Bolt, here to show you the small shifts that you can make in your life that will lead to a huge impact in your financial future. This is Big Change. Pick anywhere on the globe. If there is a river, lake, or ocean coast nearby, people are taking a look at houseboats and floating homes. And those are actually two different things. Unlike houseboats you can move from dock to dock, a floating home is meant to be moved just once, placed on a floating foundation, and permanently connected to utilities. A floating house can be anything from a tiny home to a 4-story luxury pad, so the upfront costs can range anywhere from as little as $35,000 to over $1 million. Buyers need to be aware of the long-term costs. In a lot of ways, buying a floating house is a lot like buying a condo. You buy or rent a space in a permanent structure called a moorage. The moorage provides services like utility hookups. You pay HOA fees for this access, and they might also have HOA-style rules, like no pets or short-term vacation rentals. Another big cost to keep in mind is flotation. The last thing you want is for your home to sink. So if you renovate or add a lot of furniture, factor in the cost of keeping it all above water. You should also ask yourself if you have the stomach for a floating house. Literally. The gentle rocking waters don't stop, ever. And they're pretty much guaranteed to get a little choppy from time to time. But floating homes are typically safer than beachfront properties in small storms because they're able to rise with water levels and avoid flooding. While floating homes can appreciate in value, they do take longer to sell. It's definitely a unique situation, and not everybody is looking for alternative living. Financing a floating house can be tricky. A floating house isn't eligible for government-backed loans, so no VA and no FHA. Not all lenders offer floating home financing. And those who do usually have additional restrictions, like a minimum down payment of 20%, or they'll charge a higher interest rate. If you love the water and all related water sports, and you live in a city that's expensive, do a little more research into floating houses. It might just work. But if you're not sure that the floating life is right for you, check out some waterfront properties on Rocket Homes. If you guys are reeling for more financial tips, you can check out more Big Change right over here. And also don't forget to like and subscribe down below.